Hi there, it's Lee here. Welcome to iMineBlocks. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you my Cryptocoin portfolio. So a lot of people have been asking me about what coins I'm holding, what assets I'm holding, what I think is good, what I think is bad, etc. Now I want to just sort of share with you my personal experience, my personal take on the situation. I'm not a professional investor. I just kind of invest my own money as an amateur, as a novice, and I kind of do it for my own reasons. So what I wanted to share with you in this video is my personal portfolio, crypto coin related obviously, and share with you exactly what I'm holding and also the reasons why I'm holding those coins. Before you guys make any decisions on whether you're going to buy or sell any crypto coins, you need to go do quite a bit of research. You need to do a lot of digging into the actual background of the coin, the technology, why you think it's good, why you think it's bad, what are the founders like, are they trustworthy. There's all sorts of things you need to do before you make a decision to buy or sell. There's lots that goes on in the background. So what I wanted to say to you is that this is my personal portfolio. This is not a recommendation for you guys to sort of take any action based on what I'm doing. This is just my personal stuff. So with that said, let's jump over now. We'll take a look at my crypto coin portfolio. What I'm actually going to be showing you is a percentage by percentage breakdown of the total portfolio that I'm holding. So let's go and take a look at that now. Okay, so we're on the actual computer now. Let's take a close look up at my crypto coin portfolio. So as I said in the actual intro, the portfolio is kind of separated. I've done it as a percentage rather than the actual value amount because obviously I want to keep the financials private and to myself. So I've done it as a percentage so you can see an overall picture of my portfolio without me revealing the fine details. So this is a pretty accurate representation of my portfolio. It does change from time to time. Obviously I'm always buying a little bit and selling a little bit, rearranging the portfolio overall, but broadly speaking, as it is on this actual slide is pretty much as it is today. Okay, so you can see the biggest holding in my portfolio is Ethereum. Ethereum is something that I purchased at the actual ICO probably about 2 years ago, something like that. I've sold quite a lot as well. I've also bought back in and mined some also. So Ethereum is kind of my biggest holding, my biggest play, and what I have the majority of. The reason why I'm holding Ethereum is this whole basis of smart contracts. I really think that's a really useful feature to have within a Bitcoin blockchain technology. I like the way it can connect things. I also like the idea of other applications being built upon that particular blockchain infrastructure. So that was one of my primary reasons for purchasing Ethereum, and it's why I still hold it now. I'm very a big believer in Ethereum, but that's just my personal opinion. So that's the biggest coin that I hold. Next up we have Factom or Factoids. So this was also purchased at the actual ICO quite a long time ago, maybe 2 years ago, something like that. And I've held the coins ever since. I did also pick up some extras ones about halfway through, and again buying and selling as and when I think the actual time is right on those. So Factoids, the reason I actually sort of purchased it was because of the way it uses data storage. So the idea behind it was that they was going to kind of gather up the world's data, put it onto the actual blockchain, put it on decentralized servers, and basically keep that data safe and secure and in a way that's auditable and unhackable or destroyable. So that's one of the reasons why I liked it. I don't know, I like the actual idea of the company being behind it, so that's why I hold Factom. That's one of my biggest holdings. Next up we have Burstcoin. So you see I would have done quite a few videos about this, mining it, setting up the wallet, all that kind of business. Storage I'm very big on, kind of for the same reasons as Factom, but it's a different kind of play on the same sort of technology. So Burstcoin allows you to store data on other people's hardware. You can also buy and sell data storage, as I've showed you in some of the other previous videos. So if you look at companies like Amazon and their sort of Amazon cloud services, they've basically made a fortune from that sort of industry, and that's one of their fastest growing sectors, is this whole cloud computing area. But I believe companies like Storage, Sire, and also the IFPS, the Internet File Protocol, was it Interplanetary File Server, and same for the Factom as well. I believe that people's data is going to be stored in a much more decentralized way in the future, particularly when you're having cases of hacks and all that kind of stuff. So data storage and cloud computing, I'm really big on. I think they're going to be very useful technologies in the future. So all those kind of technologies is why I'm holding those coins. Next up we have BitShares. So BitShares, this is actually a representation of some of the other smaller coins that I hold, are actually tokens on the actual BitShares network. So for example, I own quite a lot of peer plays. So that's why the BitShares balance looks quite high. I like the actual BitShares for the fact that you can use the asset trading features. But of that actual BitShares balance, a lot of it is actually due to BlockPay and peer plays. They're very good coins or good assets in my opinion. So moving on from there, next up we've got Monero. So Monero is one of the original kind of coins that had privacy features. It's been going for a long time. I mined it initially in the beginning, and I still mine it a little bit today. So that's why I hold that. I think it's going to be a good long-term coin for those privacy reasons. Next up we've got Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic I actually hold for the only reason is I kind of acquired it free when there was the actual fork of Ethereum. So, and I've just kind of held that since. I think it will do well potentially in the future if Ethereum does well. And at the moment I'm just kind of holding it and waiting and seeing because the price is quite low. And I think if I sell it now, it'd probably be selling itself short a little bit. But we'll really see how that plays out. So next up we have MadeSafe. You can see here it's 4.73 of my portfolio. And I hold MadeSafe. I also purchased that back at the ICO, which quite a long time ago. A lot of these coins were purchased a long time ago, and I've just held them kind of ever since. But MadeSafe is held for the same reason as Storage, the Factom, Coin, and it's all on the same play as those kind of coins. Decentralized storage, decentralized internet infrastructure, cloud compute and all that kind of thing. So that's the reason why I hold MadeSafe. Like I say, I bought it at the ICO. I've held it pretty much ever since. Next up, might surprise quite a few people, is my Bitcoin holdings. These have actually recently changed just over the last sort of a week to 2 weeks because of the price and that kind of thing. So I now actually hold slightly more Bitcoin than is represented on this actual chart. But originally, Bitcoin, I think, for me, I don't hold that much of it. I hold a bit, but not enough to justify it, or it's kind of unbalanced versus the rest of my portfolio. The reason was I didn't really feel that there was going to be very much more growth there, and I wanted this portfolio to be a bit more risky in the fact that I wanted basically higher returns. I thought Bitcoin is more of a safe bet. I do have some Bitcoin holdings in casinos and things like that, and I think that's where I'm going to find the best returns from those Bitcoin holdings. But as a portfolio, I don't hold that much in relation to everything else. Obviously, I do like Bitcoin. That was the granddaddy of this whole sort of setup. So I do hold it and I do like it, but I don't hold that much of it in relation to the rest of the portfolio. Next up we have Burstcoin, which is 4.8%. You would have seen lots of my other Burstcoin videos. I've held and mined Burstcoin for a long time. I think it's a really great coin and currency. I like the asset market built into the actual Burstcoin ecosystem. It's got a good community. The only thing that's kind of bad about Burstcoin at the moment is the market cap. It's got quite low market cap. I think it's at 1.5, 1.6 or 7 million, which is really small for this coin. I think it's got a lot of potential to grow in the future. And in the meantime, I'm just going to kind of mine and do with it as I see fit, mostly buying and selling assets and trading on Burstcoin. So next up we have Arga, which is a prediction market. So basically people can place bets versus other people on all sorts of world events. And I actually heard about Arga before Ethereum, and the reason I actually got into Ethereum was actually through Arga. So I heard about Arga first and I really liked that, and then when I found out that it was actually being built upon Ethereum, and that's what kind of got me into Ethereum thereafter. So Argo's once again held since the ICO, and I'll just keep on holding until they kind of build that whole network or platform up. So getting down to the sort of smaller coins now. One of my sort of smaller holdings is Litecoin. Litecoin I've held for a long time. It seems to be kind of a very stable, steady coin. At the moment it trades about $3.80. I've held it for quite a long time, and it has basically kind of maintained its value. There's not really very much excitement or very much change going on there. Okay, so moving on to the other remaining kind of, it's probably about 15% of the remaining sort of portfolio is all in other coins. So you can see from the actual chart, there's this kind of segmentation. You've got other, and then you've got all these other smaller coins, much smaller coins. So that I hold a lot of other coins, but most of them purchased at ICOs, but not to any significant degree. So these are other coins like Coin, Lisk, Ripple, NXT, Economy, all these other different small ones, and I hold them to a much smaller holding. Stratus is another one as well, just from memory there also. Okay, so we're nearing the end of this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching and me sharing my crypto coin portfolio with you guys. If you do have any questions or about the coins that I'm holding, or any crypto related discussion in general, be sure to put a comment in the comments area below, and I'll be happy to get back to you guys. If you like this video, give it a like, and also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. So till the next video guys, thanks for watching, take care.